Hello children, welcome to 7th English class. Today we are going to learn about Unit 1 P reading, The Town Child. Okay children, now let us recite the poem, The Town Child. Keep finger where I am reading. The Town Child. I live in the town in a street. It is crowded with traffic and feet. There are buses and motors and trams. I wish there were meadows and lambs. The houses all wait in a row. There is smoke everywhere that I go. I don't like the noises I hear. I wish there were woods very near. There is only one thing that I love, and that is the sky far above. There is plenty of room in the blue for castles of clouds and me too, and me too. Let us repeat the poem recitation, children. The Town Child. I live in the town in a street. It is crowded with traffic and feet. There are buses and motors and trams. I wish there were meadows and lambs. The houses all wait in a row. There is smoke everywhere that I go. I don't like the noises I hear. I wish there were woods very near. There is only one thing that I love, and that is the sky far above. There is plenty of room in the blue for castles of clouds and me too. Written by Irene Thompson. Written by Irene Thompson. Before going into the poem, children, let us discuss about the rhyming words. What are the rhyming words? The words which are at the end of the line in the poem, which give the same sound at the end, is called rhyming word. Now point out the ending words here. See here. Street. What it is? Street. Feet. Feet. Trams. Trams. Lambs. Lambs. Notice the pronunciation, children. Here B is silent here. We don't get the B sound. It is lambs. Row. Go. Row. Go. Here. Near. Here. Near. Loud. Above. Loud. Above. Blue. Two. Blue. Two. Okay children. Now I hope everyone is ready to write the rhyming words. Everyone is ready to write the rhyming words. Okay children. Now let us see. What is the first word? Street. S-T-R-E-E-T. Street. And what is the rhyming word for that? Feet. F-E-E-T. Second, trams. Rhyming word for that? Lambs. Next, row. Rhyming word? Go. Next, here. It is near. Next, loud. Above. Next, blue. And the last is two. Let us have a look on these rhyming words. These are the rhyming words. Street, feet, trams, lambs, row, go, here, near, loud, above, blue, two. Okay children, now let us go deep into the poem. See the picture, what it is. Who is this child? Where does he live? In a town, right? As we have already discussed earlier, in the town mouse and the country mouse, where do we have these tall buildings? In the town. So this might be the town child. What is he thinking of? About the village life, isn't it? Yes, let us see. I live in the town in a street. It is crowded with traffic and feet. I live in the town in a street. Where does this town child live? In the town, in a street. And how is it crowded? What do we call as traffic? When there are more vehicles, we call it as traffic. And feet. Who does feet have? Who have feet? It's human beings, right? So, how are the streets crowded? With motor vehicles and with people. And what kind of motor vehicles they have? There are buses and motors and trams. Buses and motors and trams. I wish there were meadows and lambs. See, had a recap on this type of structure of sentence ma. I plus wish plus past tense. It tells us the unreal past. It tells us the unreal past. Here, he was living in the town, but he wanted to have the life in the village. So, this is not possible to him. It's not real. But he imagines the unreal one in the form of wish. In the form of wish. What he wanted? He wanted meadows. See, the grasslands. He wanted meadows, grasslands. And the lambs and the animals here. Okay. See the next stanza. The houses all wait in a row. How are the houses, ma? In a row. See, in a line. The houses are in a line. There is smoke everywhere that I go. Why is this smoke? Why is this smoke? See, there are many vehicles and also factories and industries at the town. So, there is much smoke there. Okay. And see here, what does it? I don't like the noises I hear. I wish there were woods very near. What does this town child doesn't like? What he doesn't like? The noises. And what he wanted to have? Woods very near. Woods means where do we have wood? With the trees. So he wanted to have forest nearby. There is only one thing that I love, and that is the sky far above. See what he wanted to have? He wanted, he liked, he loved only the sky which is above, There is plenty of room in the blue for castles of clouds and me too. See, sky. Sky is the house for clouds, right? Sky is the house for clouds. And he was telling that is the house for me also, for the town child also. Okay, castle, the strong building for clouds and for the town child too. Okay, children, hope you understood this poem. The town child, he lives in the town but wanted to have the life in village. He liked the village life. Let us see what the country child loved to have in the second poem. Okay, children? The country child. Let us recite this poem too. This is also written by Irene Thompson. Okay, children? My home is a house near a wood. My home is a house near a wood. I would live in a street if I could. My home is a house near a wood. I would live in a street if I could. The lanes are so quiet, oh dear. I do wish that someone lived near. There is no one to play with at all. The trees are so high and so tall. And I should be lonely for us. Were it not for the birds and the flowers, were it not for the birds and the flowers, I wish that I lived in a town to see all the trams going down, a twinkling street that is bright with wonderful colors at night, with wonderful colors at night. Let us have the repetition of this poem recitation, children. The country child. My home is a house near a wood. I would live in a street if I could. The lanes are so quiet, oh dear. I do wish that someone lived near. There is no one to play with at all. The trees are so high and so tall. And I should be lonely for hours, were it not for the birds and the flowers. I wish that I lived in a town to see all the trams going down. A twinkling street that is bright with wonderful colors at night. Hope you enjoyed poem recitation, children. Now see the rhyming words of the country child. Wood. What is this? Wood. Could. Would. Could. Dear. Near. Dear. Near. All. Tall. All. Tall. Hours. Flowers. Hours. Flowers. Town. Down. Town. Down. Bright. Night. Bright. Night. Okay, children. See the rhyming words of the poem The Country Child, children. Would, could, dear, near, all, tall, hours, flowers, town, down, bright, night. Okay, children. Now we shall go deep into the poem, children. Now see, where is the child living? It's not like the town child. Here, the child is living in a village and he was wishing to have the country life, the town life. Isn't it, children? The country child is wishing to have the town life. Let us see. My home is a house near a wood. I would live in a street if I could. His house is at the wood, means nearby the forest. And he wanted to live where? In a street, in a town. The lanes are so quiet. Oh dear, I do wish that someone lived near. See, is there anyone here with him? No, there are less number of people in the village, right? So he feels that he was so lonely. There is no one to play with at all. The trees are so high and so tall. And I should be lonely for hours, were it not for the birds and the flowers. See, children, here, he was lonely and he was asking whether the birds also feel the same way like him. You tell me, children, will the birds feel lonely at the village? I hope no, right? Because there are tall trees. Trees are the houses for the birds and they enjoy that village life, isn't it? Yes. I wish that I lived in a town. Once again, the structure I plus wish plus past tense, lived. Here it explains the unreal past. The unreal past. Unreal past of the country child to live in the town. To live in the town. Why does he want to live in the town? To see all the trams and the twinkling stars and the twinkling stars. Tell me, why is the street in the town twinkling, shining always? Why it is shining? Because of the street lights and the lights of the vehicles. Isn't it, children? With that, how will the street look? Very colorful, and that the country child loves. Okay, children? Hope you understood that both poems, the town child and the country child. The town child living in the town, he wishes to live in the village, and the country child, he lives in the village and wishes to live in the town. Okay, children? Hope you understood these two poems.